everyone, it's me, Jessie, and welcome back. It is day 8 of Vlogmas today. So it's a little bit late in the evening, so I don't know if this is going to go up before midnight, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Tonight I'm going to be making peanut butter balls. I'm using a Newfoundland recipe. The recipe calls them peanut butter mice. I've also seen them called moose balls. So whatever you want to call them, they're peanut butter balls. So I'm going to show you how to make them. So the things you need for this recipe are 2 cups of icing sugar, 1 cup of Rice Krispie cereal, 1 cup of peanut butter, a 1/4 cup of butter that we're going to melt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You're also going to need a mixing bowl, obviously, a spatula, and a hand mixer. So what we're going to do is combine the icing sugar, peanut butter, vanilla, and melted butter in the big bowl. Now that all the ingredients are in the bowl, we're going to go ahead and mix until well combined. So once your mixture is well combined, we're going to fold in the Rice Krispies. Now that our Rice Krispies are all combined in there, we are just going to take small balls, roll them up, lay them on a cookie sheet, and toss them in the fridge. The easiest way to make these balls, honestly, is just to take a spoon, in this case it's just like a regular tablespoon measure, and scoop it this way and then roll it into a ball. And this way you're going to end up with mostly equal sized balls. So if you portion these out properly, you actually should end up with 2 dozen. I made some of these pretty big, so I only got 18. So yeah, if you made them smaller, you should be able to get 24 out of this recipe. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put them in the freezer now and let them get all nice and cold, and I'll be back to dip them in the chocolate. So now that they're all nice and frozen solid, I'm going to dip them in the chocolate. I'm using what's called a Wilton melting pot. It's just like a silicone pot with a heating base. It makes the chocolate really nice and smooth. If you don't have a Wilton melting pot, don't worry, you can do the double boiler method, which is when you put a pot of water on the stove and then you lay either another pot or a steel bowl on top of it, and then you melt it that way using the heat from the bubbles to melt the chocolate. So either way is fine. So all we're going to do now is just dip the balls. I'm just going to try, so there's like the regular fork method where you just put it down in there and like kind of roll it around, and then put it back on the thing. I mean, it's going to be messy and that's okay, so yeah, don't worry about it. It's chocolate. People are going to eat it. It's fine. So let's just go ahead and chocolate coat the rest of them. Okay, so these are our peanut butter balls, all chocolate coated and ready to go. Depending on what kind of chocolate you use, which just occurred to me, I didn't put the chocolate in the ingredient list at the beginning. Whoops. Okay, so there's a couple of options for chocolate. You can obviously use just regular chocolate chips, baking chocolate, you know, whatever you would normally use yourself for chocolate dipping. Or you can use what are called candy melts. The most popular brand name is Wilton, but you can get a bunch of different brands. You can even get like kind of no-name brands at Bulk Barn. So yeah, you can use those. If you use those, they're gonna quick set on their own just at room temperature. So, which is what I used. I used the candy melts, so they're just kind of ready to set here on the counter. If you use chocolate chips or another sort of kind of melting chocolate, you're gonna want to put them back in the fridge to have them set, because if you leave them at room temperature, they're gonna get sort of melty. Okay everyone, so that's everything for our peanut butter ball video. They're pretty easy to make. They are a great treat just to take to a party or just to make and eat at home, you know, whatever. Either way, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that subscribe button below. It only takes a second. Feel free to like and share this video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!